Imagine the open road ahead, the unmistakable growl of a V8 engine beneath you, and a legacy of Australian muscle coursing through your veins. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of Holden's most exclusive and rare muscle cars. Machines that didn't just navigate our roads, but define an era. Whether you're rekindling old memories or discovering these legends for the first time, this journey promises to ignite your passion for true Aussie automotive excellence. Before we shift into high gear, make sure to subscribe to Revved Rides for more exhilarating explorations into automotive legends. Hit that subscribe button now, and let's embark on this ride together. 1. 1968 Holden HK Monaro GTS 327. Our journey begins with Titan, the 1968 Holden HK Monaro GTS 327. This wasn't just a car, it was a statement. Launched in July 1968, the HK Monaro was Holden's bold foray into performance market, introducing a blend of style, power, and Australian ingenuity. Under the bonnet, the GTS 327 housed a formidable 5.4-liter V8 engine sourced from Chevrolet, delivering an impressive 250 horsepower. This powerhouse could propel the Monaro from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 7.5 seconds, a remarkable feat for its time. Its performance wasn't just confined to the streets. The HK Monaro GTS 327 made a legendary mark at the Bathurst 500 in 1968, securing a victory that would cement its place in Australian motorsport history. The design was equally captivating, with its sweeping fastback roofline, bold grille, and distinctive side vents. The Monaro exuded a sense of motion even at a standstill. Inside, drivers were treated to a cockpit that combined comfort with functionality, featuring bucket seats and a sporty instrument cluster. Today, the HK Monaro GTS 327 is a coveted gem among collectors, symbolizing the dawn of Australia's muscle car era. Its blend of performance, design, and racing pedigree makes it a timeless classic. 2. 1969 Holden HT Monaro GTS 350. Building upon the legacy of its predecessor, the 1969 Holden HT Monaro GTS 350 took performance and style to exhilarating new heights. Introduced in June 1969, this model was designed for those who crave more power and an enhanced driving experience. At its heart lay a 5.7-liter, 350 cubic inch V8 engine, churning out a robust 300 horsepower. This upgrade translated to a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of approximately 7.0 seconds, making it one of the fastest cars on Australian roads. The HT Monaro GTS 350's prowess was unmistakably demonstrated at the 1969 Bathurst 500, where it clinched a decisive victory, further solidifying Holden's dominance in motorsport. The aesthetics were equally compelling. The HT featured a revised front end with a pronounced grille and quad headlights, giving it a more assertive presence. Subtle yet impactful styling cues, such as a GTS 350 badging and racing stripes, highlighted its performance pedigree. Inside, the cabin offered a driver-focused environment with enhanced instrumentation and comfort features, ensuring that the experience was as thrilling as the performance. For enthusiasts and collectors, the HT Monaro GTS 350 represents a pinnacle of Australian automotive achievement, a harmonious blend of power, style, and racing success. To stay updated on more deep dives into classic muscle like the HT Monaro, make sure to subscribe to Revved Rides. We're here to fuel your passion for automotive excellence. 3. 1970 Holden LC Torana GTR XU1. In 1970, Holden unveiled a game-changer, the LC Torana GTR XU1. Departing from the larger muscle car tradition, the XU1 embraced a compact design, proving that dynamite indeed comes in small packages. Powering this nimble machine was a 3.0-liter, 186 cubic inch, inline-six engine, equipped with triple Stromberg carburetors, delivering approximately 160 horsepower. While that number might seem modest, the Torana's lightweight construction allowed it to sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 8.2 seconds. Its agility and balance made it a formidable contender on both racetracks and rally stages. The XU1's prowess was perhaps most famously displayed during the 1972 Bathurst 500. In a dramatic rain-soaked race, the Torana, piloted by the legendary Peter Brock, outmaneuvered the more powerful Ford Falcon GTHOS, securing a historic victory that showcased the car's exceptional handling and resilience. Design-wise, the LC Torana GTR XU, one featured a sporty two-door sedan body with distinctive flared wheel arches and bold color options, often adorned with dynamic striping. The interior was driver-centric, with supportive bucket seats and a comprehensive instrument panel, ensuring that performance was always at the forefront. Today, the LC Torana GTR XU, one is celebrated as a symbol of Australian motorsport innovation, a car that redefined performance standards and left an enduring legacy. 4. 1971 Holden HQ Monaro GTS 350. By the early 1970s, Holden had already proven itself as a powerhouse in the Australian muscle car scene. But in 1971, they unveiled something truly special, the HQ Monaro GTS 350. This wasn't just a car, it was a statement. It was Holden flexing its muscles, refining its formula, and creating what many consider to be one of the most beautiful Monaros ever built. Under the hood, Holden packed the mighty Chevrolet 5.7L 350 cubic inch V8, churning out 275 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. This engine had already earned its reputation in the previous Monaro models, but with the HQ, Holden made serious improvements. The redesigned suspension, featuring a coil spring rear end, vastly improved ride comfort and handling, making the HQ Monaro not just fast in a straight line, but also confident through corners. Today, the HQ Monaro GTS 350 remains one of the most sought-after classic Holdens. With its perfect mix of power, style, and improved handling, it represents a turning point in Holden's muscle car history. The fact that it was produced in relatively low numbers compared to later models makes it even more desirable among collectors. Finding a genuine, well-preserved HQ GTS 350 today is becoming harder and harder, and prices are skyrocketing, especially for cars with matching numbers and factory options intact. If you ever dreamed of owning a true Australian muscle car icon, the HQ Monaro GTS 350 is the one. It's raw, it's aggressive, it's sophisticated, and most importantly, it's a piece of Australian automotive history. 5. 1972 Holden LJ Torana GTR XU1. If the LC Torana GTR XU1 was a game changer, then the 1972 LJ Torana GTR XU1 was Holden's ultimate underdog. By 1972, Ford had stepped up their game with the monstrous Falcon XY GTHO Phase 3, an absolute powerhouse with a 351 Ci Cleveland V8. It seemed unbeatable. But Holden had a different plan. Instead of brute force, they focused on agility, handling, and strategy. And it worked. In the 1972 Bathurst 500, an up-and-coming driver by the name of Peter Brock took the LJ Torana GTR XU1 to an unforgettable victory, outrunning and outlasting the more powerful Falcons in wet conditions. It was a David versus Goliath moment that cemented both Brock's and the Torana's place in motorsport history. Under the hood, the LJ XU1 packed a 3.3L inline-six producing 190 horsepower, paired with a lightweight body that made it an absolute weapon through the corners. It also featured triple Stromberg carburetors, a sports-tuned suspension, and a closed-ratio 4-speed manual gearbox, all perfectly suited for racing dominance. Even today, the LJ Torana GTR XU1 remains one of the most desirable Holdens ever built. It's rare, it's historic, and it carries the legacy of Australia's greatest racing hero. Which Holden would you pick? The brute force of Monaro or the agility of a Torana? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this trip through Holden history, from the race-winning Toranas to the Bathurst-dominating Monaros, Holden created some of the most legendary cars Australia has ever seen. These weren't just cars. They were symbols of the golden era, built with passion, power, and a racing heritage that still lives on today. Which of these Holdens do you think is the greatest of all time? Drop your pick in the comments below. We want to hear your thoughts. And if you're a true Aussie muscle car fan, hit that subscribe button now. At Rev'd Rides, we bring you the best stories from Holden's rich history, and we're just getting started. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.